In this video we will have a look at one of the aspects of what makes Antarctica special: its very harsh climate. Antarctica is the coldest, windiest and driest continent on Earth. It is covered almost completely by a thick cover of ice and snow. Less than 1% of Antarctica's surface area is without snow and ice, and only during the short summer periods. These regions provide habitat for the few terrestrial organisms that can survive here. Antarctica cannot be simply described in one climate, as there are large differences in terms of temperature range and precipitation patterns across the continent. The heart of Antarctica is cold, with winter air temperatures ranging from -50 to -12 and summer temperatures hardly reaching above freezing. The temperature rises when we look closer to the coastal regions. These regions have more hours and even days above freezing during the summer months. The coastal regions of the Antarctic Peninsula are warmer still, with summer temperatures around freezing and sometimes reaching well above 10 degrees during sunny days. Winter in the Antarctic Peninsula regions can, however, still drop down to -45. The isolated islands surrounding Antarctica are classified as subantarctic and have between 6 and 12 months of air temperatures above freezing. Long-term climate data is obtained through weather stations, where a thermometer is shielded from exposure to direct sunlight to measure the air temperature. However, to really understand how life copes with the climate here, looking at the big regions doesn't give us a correct perspective. We also need to look at the conditions on the scale of mites, lichens and mosses. This is called the microclimate. Conditions on the ground, where we can find nearly all terrestrial life, can differ greatly from the general air temperature conditions for several reasons. A moss or lichen growing on the ground is exposed to direct sunlight and absorbs its radiation heat. It can reach temperatures of tens of degrees above that of the air. On clear sunny days, surface temperatures can reach 30 degrees for a few hours, even in the Antarctic continent, while the air temperature is well below freezing. Those short periods of above zero temperatures often result in considerable amounts of snowmelt, which provides a crucial source of water. There are other sources of variability between the microclimate and information we get from weather stations. One of those factors is the microtopography. Even on a tiny rock, its north exposed face will get more sun. It will consequently heat up more than its south exposed, shaded faces, resulting in up to 40 degrees temperature differences during the middle of the day. Rock faces and boulders also trap snow, and depending on the wind direction can build up a considerable layer of snow. When the snow reaches above 30 centimeters, it effectively insulates the ground from the air temperature. This microclimate, created by the insulating snow, is often quite stable, around 0 degrees, even though air temperature can drop down to -30. So the Antarctic climate is very harsh and cold, but depending on the region there are quite some differences. The data we get from weather stations and satellites don't tell the full story of what life on the ground experiences. Depending on the orientation of a rock face, it can be vastly warmer or colder than the next rock. Altogether, terrestrial life in Antarctica must cope with big swings in climate conditions from one moment to the next.